Hello wonderful humans, my name is Katie Knish and today we're going to talk about something bookish. But first I wanted to talk about / rant about two different things in my life right now. First thing is that if you're on a medication, especially if it's a psychiatric medication, and you go to the pharmacy, the pharm techs and the pharmacists know all of your shit, or at least can deduce it very easily based on what your medications are. Which I realized today that like the combination of Klonopin and Lexapro, and granted there's like a lot of like nuances to different mental illnesses. She doesn't know what my exact diagnoses are, or what my like day-to-day life is like, but anxiety and depression, that pretty much screams anxiety and depression. The second thing is a complaint. I don't know if this is a thing everywhere, but it's definitely a thing in my neighborhood where since it's finally nice out in Chicago, and by nice out I mean that it's finally in the 50s, it was 70 degrees in the middle of the afternoon one day last week, but I missed it. Maybe it was the week before. I don't know. But it's like it snowed last week. Chicago winters are stupid and last forever. But now that it's finally warm out, kids are playing on the sidewalks. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And I would get it if like the parents can't stray too far from home so they can't go to a park. First of all, I live right down the street from a park. Second of all, I was walking home and I had to walk in the street for a bit because there was just a full-on t-ball, wiffle ball thing happening on the sidewalk. And the parents were helping. There were like 3 adults there and 3 little kids. And I'm like, this is for walking. You don't own the sidewalk. Please walk 2.5 minutes down to the park, for the love of God. And then on the way back from the grocery store, I saw 2 adults supervising like 3 kids playing catch on the sidewalk. I'm like, this isn't the place for this. Just stop it. Please stop. And don't get me wrong, I like kids, even though I've expressed on my channel that I am child-free. It seems so unnecessary. Oh. Okay, on to the fun part of the video. I am going to tell you about why I like ARCs. And if you're not a particularly bookish person, or even if you are a bookish person and you're not familiar with parts of the publishing process, an ARC is, uncorrected advanced reader's copy. You can kind of see it there, or not. I don't know, maybe it's too shiny. And I love ARCs for several reasons. These are the ARCs that I have. I have more ARCs than this, but these are the ones that I kind of wanted to. There's one called I Liked My Life. Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk, which I think is actually by, this is by a Chicago author named Kathleen Rooney, and she did her book launch party at Women and Children First. And if you're watching this and you live in Chicago and you ever need to buy books, one great option is Women and Children First. They do excellent programs. They have an excellent selection. The people who own it are just the nicest, smartest people in the world. It's crazy. Anyway, but then I couldn't go to a release party, which was sad because I was gonna get this signed. Dang it. And then a book called Eggshells, which I'm actually really excited about reading. You might notice that all of these books have already been released, but for some reason, for me, that does not ruin the magic of an ARC. So now I'm gonna go into the 2 main reasons why I like ARCs so much. And they are, first of all, that ARCs show us that books are a process, and that books are a process that involve a lot of people. And I think that that's a really important thing for people to remember, especially people who like to make things, is that things take time and things take help. Like I'm reading another ARC that I didn't show you right now, and I found typos because this is still a stage where you can find typos in a book. And there's even typos in published books, which I guess also tells us that like a good work of art does not have to be perfect. The purpose of art is not to be perfect. The second part of why I like ARCs is kind of silly. It's that it feels like you're in on a secret. Like, and even though all of these books have now come out, when I read them, I still, if you get them before they were published, then it's awesome because you do get to read them ahead of time. Like, this is one that I got before it was published. I got it when I was at ALA this summer, because ALA was in Chicago. I haven't read it yet, though. I have so many books to read. Yeah, even if you don't actually read it in advance, you still feel for some reason like you're in on a secret, you're in on something that hasn't quite happened yet, and I really like that feeling. It kind of reminds me of when I was a kid and I learned that libraries got copies of Harry Potter before the release date, and I remember like being in the children's department of my library and just thinking like, somewhere in here is Harry Potter. Oh my god. So it reminds me of that feeling, of like the feeling of knowing that something that you really want and are just experiencing a lot of anticipation over already exists somewhere in the world, and it's just sort of waiting for you as much as you were waiting for it. Maybe that didn't make sense. Maybe I'm over romanticizing the process of publishing books. I don't know if you heard that, but that was the timer on the microwave for when our bread is done in the oven. So I guess it's dinner time, which means that I'm gonna edit this and put it up. Shout out to everyone who responded to my tweet about whether I should give up on VEDA. I'm glad I'm sticking it out. We only have 10 more days. Oh, I hope you can't hear what Dingo's doing in the kitchen. Yeah, we can do this, guys. Let's crush it. It's gonna be great. It might not be great. It's gonna be great in some ways and very tiring and overwhelming in other ways. But we can pull it off. I wonder how much I've mumbled during this video. That's something I've learned during VEDA, is that I am even more of a mumbler than I had thought. So that's it for today. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you also love ARCs, leave a comment. If you didn't know what ARCs were until this video, leave a comment. If you can figure out a way for me to get publishers to send me ARCs, let me know. If I figure out how to do an end screen, I'm gonna be like, subscribe to my channel and watch this video. And if I don't figure out how to do it, I'm gonna edit that part out of the video. That's gonna be it for today. Have a good day, and you're great. And thank you for watching. And go read something. Or just consume some form of art. I'm not the kind of bookish person who thinks that books are somehow on a pedestal compared to other forms of art. Because I'm also a very musical person. Anyway, go watch or look at or read or listen to something that you like today. I love you, goodbye.